The following high school sports is a free service of Withers Broadcasting.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Who run this? Let's go!
This season of Cape Central Tigers football is brought to you by MRV Banks, Cape Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau Honda, Garber's Menswear, Stone Mountain Flooring, Banterra Bank, St. Francis Healthcare System, and DollarSavingDeals.com. Let's send it down to Ryan Winkler for all your play-by-play action on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the Cape Central Tigers and the Jackson Indians, the rivalry game that everyone waits for all year long. And we're about 20 minutes away from the kickoff for that one. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. And Chandler, the Tigers are 4-1 coming into this one. The Indians 5-0, a all-time record. Tigers hold it 59, 53-6 against the Jackson Indians. So a 6-game lead on the winning side for the Tigers compared to the Indians in the all-time matchup. And unfortunately, the Jackson Indians have closed in on that. They have closed that gap in the last 9 seasons. The last time the Tigers won, 2015. They won in 2014 and 2015 both. They won back-to-back. And then it's been all Jackson since then. So the Indians looking to close it a little bit more again here tonight as the Tigers try to bounce back off a loss last week against St. Dominic. Lost 20-7 against the Crusaders and only had 100 yards of offense last week altogether, Chandler. And that the offense wasn't doing as well as what we're used to seeing last week. The defense played just as well, if not better, compared to other games too this year, because they came into that one, St. Dominic did, averaging 50 points a game, and they only scored 20. So you held them with under 30 extra points. So that was one thing that was a big deal there for the Tiger defense. Just the offense just couldn't get rolling after, they got the one touchdown to Jathan Spain for 66 yards and then couldn't get anything else going after that for the rest of the game.
Yeah, Ryan, I think that when you look at the all-time record, and you mentioned it, Cape does still hold it, and I was curious about that beforehand, so I'm glad you clarified that with everybody. I'm a Jackson graduate, and people that listen to this probably have heard me mention that a few times. I'm neutral, though. It's not like I'm rooting for Jackson because I went there. I'm rooting for Cape just because I'm on the call. I got my blue shirt on this evening, Ryan, and that's as neutral as I can get. But I've only seen, I graduated class of 2022, and I only remember seeing Cape beat Jackson one time, and that would have been the 2015 game. That was 10 years ago. That was a long time. So since then, Jackson has added 10 more wins to that all-time record. And, that's really what we're anticipating here tonight, too, is probably another big Jackson victory. They're a tough team to stop. They've had a lot of good competition this year. And so I'm going to turn it over to you, Ryan, here, as we're probably going to take a little break.
They're going to do the alma mater and then the national anthem. So, we'll go ahead and take a break, and then when we come back, we'll have the pregame interview with Coach Gibbs. We'll be back after this.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes, such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
At St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been our commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here with Coach Gibbs. Coach, last week went on the road and played St. Dominic, played a very good team, and the defense, I think, played really well last week.
Yeah, no doubt. I think our defense stood up time and time again, and, they just kept that first quarter or so. You looked like they were going to kind of run us out, if you will, but our defense stiffened up and we were able to complete a pass to Jathan and, stay in the game. But at the end of the day, we just didn't do enough offensively to overcome some of the mistakes we had. And, credit to St. Dom. They do have a good team. They play hard too. And I would have liked for us to play a little bit better and clean some things up. And like we told the kids, hey, I'd play them again, and that's no disrespect meant to them or anything like that. I just felt like that we probably didn't play as good as we could have.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Kind of feel like another shot could have been a closer game, maybe second time around.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's all kind of excuses, and I'm not looking for excuses. I just think that at the end of the day, they did some things, that we weren't expecting. But at the end of the day, when you take a look at the film and you see that, honest to goodness, on offensively, most plays we were a block away from doing what we needed to do. We had several turnovers on offense that we haven't done. We also dropped some passes that we could have, made catches on. And you just put all those together when you play a good team like that, and it's just going to be hard to overcome.
Now, so 2 weeks in a row now, we're playing another good team in Jackson, this time on the road again. And they have played a lot better these last few weeks than those first 2 or 3 weeks of their season.
They're a great football team. I mean, you had to be a blind man not to see that. I think they're probably in the top 4 at least in Class 6, and I think they'll prove that as the season goes on. They don't have any holes that I'm aware of. They do a really nice job of being complementary offensively and defensively. You just don't see them make many mistakes. So, we know we got to work it out for us. We go compete. We try to get better and get better as we move on.
What's kind of the game plan, I guess you would say, coming into this week?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to do the best you can to, hold on to the ball, which means we got to get more first downs than we did last week. And that's going to be tough. They're really good up front. They got 2 Division I recruits, they're playing offense. I look for them to play some defense. They fly around on defense. So we're going to have a work cut out for us. We've got to play better than we did last week. And I think defensively, they're really good at the big play. And if there's a way that we can get in their way enough and make some stops and maybe gang tackle, slow them down a little bit, hope for a turnover. And those are things you're going to have to do when you're playing a team that you feel like is a really, really good football team.
Yeah, I'm sure that the defense, too, is also all year long they've been real well. How does the defense preparing for the offensive weapons that Jackson has?
Yeah, we've had a good week. We feel good about things, and we topped it all off with a good early morning practice on Thursday. And, you can watch the film and prepare and be schematically sound. And after that, you got to go play on Friday nights and see how you stack up player-wise, and certainly that's what we're going to do.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Are you ready for more out of life? Gain the skills and knowledge you need at the Cape Career and Technology Center to pursue a new career as an emergency medical technician, a dental assistant, medical assistant, practical nurse, or a medical coder. Cape CTC gets you job ready with a fast-paced and focused curriculum. Visit our website today at capectc.org.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
At St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been our commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Jackson Deli, River Rapids Water Park, St. Genevieve, and Scooter's Coffee locations in North Cape, Jackson, and Perryville.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to dollarsavingdeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Back to the action. It's Cape Central football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Jackson High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. And Chandler, let's take a look here at the two teams. Tigers 4-1, Jackson 5-0. The winning percentage is 80% for the Tigers, obviously 100% for the Indians. Both 2-0 at home, but the road record a little different. 2-1, the Tigers losing last week against St. Dominic on the road, and the Indians 3-0 on the road. And the points per game, 23 for the Tigers, about 43 for the Indians. And they both similar points allowed, a 14.4 for the Indians and 13.8. So basically 14 a game for both teams on defense. So, you know, it's similar defense, I think, defensively, but the offense is the bigger difference. Points per game for the Indians and the Tigers.
Maybe a big takeaway there would be that if we're going to pull this off, if you're Cape this evening, you got to somehow step it up more so offensively. I think maybe that's the key part there, key takeaway, if you will, on what we need to do here if we want to see a victory this evening. At the pit, we are getting ready for our kickoff, and the pregame is brought to you by Cape CTC. You can visit them online, capectc.com, providing career connections and advancements through education and training. Cape CTC.
So the Indians will kick off. The Tigers will receive here to start the football game. As they handed out rally towels before the game here. The Tigers, the student section, if you see it up there in the right corner, if you're watching on YouTube, they're all in white tonight. And the Jackson student section looks to be some kind of Hawaiian, maybe. And it's going to be a shorter kick, caught at about the 22. He's going to bring it out to about the 30. He'll get across to the 32-yard line. So,
number 26,
a decent field position to start the ball game if you're the Tigers.
I think you mentioned the Jackson over here. I'm thinking that might have something to do with the jungle, or maybe would it have something to do with?
It's probably safari.
Like they're going,
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's probably a
they're
safari
kind of trying
thing,
to troll a little bit here.
Yeah.
I think say we're going on a tiger hunt or something. That's my guess.
So 1st and 10 from the 33 is where they'll place the football. McGuire will call for the snap, hand it off to Murray. He's going to try to go around the far side, and I don't think he got much. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Number 33, Dawson Mortner. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
Torrance Murray has been a very big part of this Cape Central offense, especially after Keyshawn Boyd going down in week 1. He and Izzy Bridges both in the backfield. It is 2nd down, now 2nd and 10. He did not gain anything on the play. 11:20 to go here in the first quarter, ball on the 33.
So we'll put a man in motion. He'll set up to block. He's going to hand it off to Murray, and this time he's going to maybe lose a yard.
And that's a loss on the play of about 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
And it'll be a loss of 1 at 3rd down, 3rd and 11.
So Cameron Caldwell for this Jackson defense coming up and making the tackle. Big 3rd down here already for the Tigers offense.
So 3 receivers to the right side. We're going to go trips with the 1 man in the backfield. Torrance Murray behind Aiden McGuire. McGuire will call for the snap. It's a little off kilter there. He's going to have to try to do something with it, and I think he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Right around the line of scrimmage.
So it'll bring up 4th down, and the Tigers are going to have to punt this one away.
So 3 straight run plays there for the Tigers offense, and they aren't able to gain anything. 4th and 10, and the Tigers are going to have to punt this one away to the Indians.
So Charlton will punt it away, and that's not a good punt. It's going to go to the 40 and bounce out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So they'll get very good field position to start their first drive for the Indians.
And that punt was tipped. You could tell from up here there wasn't much luck in that one going anywhere. Jackson offense going to come onto the field with very good field position to start their first drive of the game. So 1st and 10, 9:38 to go in the first quarter. 0-0, we are tied here at the pit. Cape Central taking on the Jackson Indians. Follow along 95.7 FM, 1550 AM, also on YouTube, the live stream, Cape Central Sports.
Quick throw over to the 40-yard line, and it's going to be caught and up to the 35, 34-yard line. It'll be, I'll get it to the 35, so it'll be 2nd and 1. So quick throw, another quick snap, hand it off, get it to the 30, to the 25, and he's finally going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. So a gain of 10 puts him in great field position again for a new set of downs.
One thing about this Jackson offense, they like to do the hurry up. They're going to do it here again on the 1st down.
A quick snap, they'll hand it off again. He's going to get to the 20, maybe to the 19. Be a gain of 1.
That's the junior running back, Jalen Hampton, on the carry. So gain of 6 on the play for him, 2nd and 4.
They're going to fake it to Hampton, throwing towards the end zone, and is caught for a touchdown as the Indians score first.
With the touchdown reception.
And it's 6-0 to start the ball game for the Indians. As we'll line up here for the extra point. And the kick is up, and it's good.
Jack Henry will pick up the extra point. 8:36.
So 8:36 to go here, first quarter, and it's 7-0 Indians. As it didn't take very long for them to score.
That was Jory Toma on the reception, and nephew of basketball coach Toma here at Jackson. So the early 7-0 lead for the Indians. And we are going to tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. You can find them online or on Seamers Drive in Cape, stonemountaincarpet.biz. 8:36 remaining in the first quarter as we get set for the kickoff here after a Jackson touchdown.
And it's a deep kick back towards the 7 or so yard line. He's going to try to bring it out, go across the 20, and then get brought down. 2 yard line. See where they actually place the football.
And the Tigers will have the ball first and 10 from the 22-yard line.
Yep, 22-yard line.
Tigers offense looking for much better results this time around, as they were not able to gain any yards offensively on their first drive. It is a first and 10.
We'll set up 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As McGuire will call for the ball. Actually, he's going to put a man in motion first, and then he'll take the snap, hand it off to Murray. He's going to run it up the middle, get across the 25, and then be pushed backwards. But that forward momentum, forward progress will get him to the 27-yard line.
See what this flag is here. They're talking it over.
Flag at about the 25. Yeah, good eye, Chandler. I didn't even see that one. It's a face mask on the Indians. So that'll give the Tigers a first down for their first down of the night.
We'll take it. You know, that's something we talked with Cody and Caleb earlier. They're the ones that called the Jackson broadcast. They said Jackson had a game this year where they faced multiple penalties, and it kind of adds up, starts to hurt you a little bit. It's going to be a first and 10 now for the Tigers after the face mask.
First and 10, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. McGuire put a man in motion. We're going to put 3 receivers over to the left side now. McGuire rolls to his left, throws to the sideline. It's a little too high, and it's going to go out of bounds. I think that was Clemens over there on the far sideline that was intended for. So it'll bring up second down, 2nd and 10.
8:19 to go in the first quarter. Jackson leads at 7-0. Up here on top of the press box this evening, Ryan. That's where we're at. Usually we're in the press box, but when we go to Jackson, they put us on top of the press box.
Which actually works for the view.
It does. We have a very nice view up here.
The only bad thing is there's coaches up here too, so we have to try to keep away from them a little bit. As Murray middle, get it to the 35, 36. Looks like maybe the 37 is where they'll mark him down. So a good run there for Murray. Torrance Murray.
Tigers offense faced with another 3rd down here. And this one a little shorter than the last one.
Yeah, 3rd and 5 here this time. Two receivers to the left, 1 to the right again. Murray in the backfield. McGuire takes the snap, hands it off. Murray is going to break through, get across the 40 to the 45 to the 50, across to the 40 into Indian territory before he's finally brought down, and they're going to mark him down at the 40. Good run there for Torrance Murray. A 23-yard run for Torrance Murray puts the Tigers into Indian territory.
A heck of a play there by him, and when you thought he was going to get tackled and go down, he spins out of it, makes a big play, and the Tigers are now driving down the field into Indian territory, 1st and 10.
2 receivers on the right side this time, 1 on the left. McGuire will step back to pass. He's going to roll to his left. Now he's going to tuck it and run to the 35 and then out of bounds.
Quarterback.
So he'll get 5 yards out of that one. Make it 2nd and 5.
Kind of a late hit there, I was thinking.
Oh, awfully close, yeah.
Borderline, at least.
I think he pulled up just in time, slowed up just enough to where when he got him on the sideline, he wasn't tackling anymore. Yeah, sometimes you never know. Those referees could throw that just to set the tone, kind of. Same situation, I should say same formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and they'll put a man in motion. And McGuire will hand it off, and Murray was able to break a tackle, but too much momentum coming from that tackle. As he spun around, he fell off to the side, and it'll be 3rd and 6 as they lose a yard. And we'll go back to the 36-yard line.
That is Caldwell once again there for this Jackson defense, coming up with a big tackle in the backfield. Loss of 2 makes it 3rd and 6. Last time we had a 3rd down, Torrance Murray was able to make a big run out of it. We'll see what they do here on 3rd and 6.
And McGuire sets up 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He'll take the snap, roll to his right, a little short pass, and it's going to be incomplete. And then I'll bring up 4th down. It'll be 4th down and 6 with 6:04 to go here in the first quarter.
So I think this is where you've got to go for it, given the field position. And I believe that's exactly what we're going to do. Keep the offense on the field here. 4th and 6. 6:04 remaining in the first.
So 4th and 6. And yeah, like you said, Chandler, it was really not, it's not good field position in high school football.
No.
For a punt, a field goal, or anything. You just got to do something. You got to go for it. So they're going to go trips on the right side, and a flag comes in here in the backfield. I shouldn't say the backfield, back on the defensive side. And it's a false start. Nope, delay a game. I didn't even notice the play clock was down that low.
I didn't either.
So it's going to be 4th and 11.
4th down 11.
So now, what do you think?
Well, that just made things a little tougher, but you're still in that, I guess you'd call it like a gray area almost, of where it's just way too long to kick it, but you also don't want to punt it. So you've got to go for it. That's what we're going to do. 4th and 11 from the 41.
McGuire's going to roll to his right, looking downfield, and he's going to get brought down as he tried to get away from the defender, and he almost broke the tackle, but was able to grab a hold and get something out of that. Was Zayden Johnson on the tackle. He'll get the credit for that one. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Indians will take over on their own 45-yard line.
So Drew Parsons and the offense come onto the field.
They'll set up with those 2 receivers to the right, and they're going to hand it off now again. He'll get to the 50 as he bounces off a blocker and spins around. Gets it close to the 45-yard line. He does get into Tiger territory. Looks like the 46. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Indians, and Robinson, or sorry, Hampton. Robinson on the tackle, Hampton the runner.
Tries the right side. He'll pick up that first.
As they'll get the first down to the 34-yard line on that play. Parsons looks to the sideline. Like you said, Chandler, no huddle. They do that hurry-up offense pretty much all game long. As Parsons will set up, and it's a high snap all the way back to the 50. Parsons will pick it up. He's going to try to roll out. He'll throw, and he still makes the completion. And he'll be out of bounds on the far sideline at the 25-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 1.
I just can't believe that.
I don't know how he did that.
Camden Brockmeyer on the reception there for the Indians. And just when you thought that he was going to be brought down for a 2nd and 30, it's actually 2nd and 1 here for the Indians.
And they're going to hand it off as he'll come to the near sideline and get across. And Hampton will get down to the 15-yard line.
With the first down run, down to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 from that point.
So 1st and 10 from the 14. 5:06 to go. And Hampton will take it again. And he will get up the middle. He'll hit a defender, spin around, and get brought down. And he'll get to the 3 or 4 yard line.
Morris with the tackle. Ball's on the 2.
First and goal. Well, they're going to say the 2. We sure about that? Yeah, it is on the 2. From the 2. And running it right up the middle is another Indian touchdown.
With the touchdown run.
And it's now 13-0.
So how about that, Ryan? That is Cooper Watson right there. They snap it to him in the backfield, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now lining up for the extra point as the kick is up. That was a good job trying to get in there to block that kick, but it still gets through just past the fingertips. And it's 14-0 here in the first quarter with 4:42 to go.
And I may have misspoke on that. I said Cooper Watson. I'm thinking that was actually Tyler Fisher, the backup quarterback for Drew Parsons. That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, I think you're right there, yeah.
So I looked at the number wrong on that. It is 14-0. The Tigers are trailing the Indians here at the pit. And we're going to tell you about Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales and award-winning service. You can find them online, CapeGirardeauHonda.com, and also visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape. Reminder, everybody, how they can tune in to us this evening on your radio, 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. If you'd like to watch and listen to the game, though, you can follow along on YouTube, Cape Central Sports.
Brejon Clement, Torrance Murray deep for the Tigers.
So Clemens and Murray will set up to receive the kick in their own territory, and he'll catch it about the 2 or 3. And here we go. He's going to try to bring it out to at least the 20, and I think he made it to the 20-yard line. So about an 18-yard return for the Tigers. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
And last time the Tigers offense was on the field, Ryan, big run by Torrance Murray. We'll see if we can improve and maybe capitalize on some more momentum here that we had on that last one, because that was a pretty impressive play early on here from Murray.
So 4:37 left here in the first quarter as the Tigers set up. We'll put a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Murray. He's going to get tackled for a loss of 1. As he gets to the 19 and gets brought down by the Jackson defense.
Cameron Caldwell on that last tackle. 2nd down.
Caldwell for the Indians having a lot of tackles this evening. That's already 3, at least 3 here in the first quarter. 4:05 remaining in the first, and the Indians lead at 14-0 over the Tigers.
Two receivers to the right side as Murray calls for the snap, or McGuire calls for the snap, hands it off to Murray. He gets around the outside, gets across the 20, and he'll get to the 22-yard line for a gain of 3.
Lawson Brown in there on the tackle for the Indians. 3rd down.
So 3rd and 8. I'm going to say he got 4 out of that one.
Another 3rd down here. Yep, we've seen about 4 of those already in this game. 3rd and 8.
3 receivers to the right side as McGuire will turn around as the pocket collapses around him, and he'll take him down for a loss. It'll be 4th and long, and we're going to have to punt this one away.
Leading the charge for the Indians.
3 and out for the Tigers offense.
Bring up 4th down.
Missing Isaiah Husky on the offensive line. which sometimes you don't think one guy, but sometimes that's all it takes is one good blocker somewhere, which causes another guy to have to worry about somebody else instead of two or so. As this punt will get to the 45, he's going to pick it up. He's going to run with it to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, and he'll get pushed out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 24 for the Indians.
Evan Turley for the Indians. And a big return there for him. They're going to put the ball on the Tiger 24, 1st and 10 for the Indians. 2:16 remaining in the first quarter.
Parsons looks to the sideline. Right now they've got 3 receivers over there on the right side. And a quick toss is caught on the right side. Get it down to the 14-yard line. Quick pass to Brockmeyer.
He was the one who caught the other touchdown, the first touchdown of the.
He also caught that unbelievable play over on the far sideline when Parsons missed the snap. Parsons will get it and he'll hand it off. Running around the outside on the far side and into the end zone for a touchdown. Maybe there is a flag on the play. So we'll wait to see what the call is for that before we throw up any points.
They're talking it over down there.
And here he comes. He's going to come out here to the closer towards the middle of the field. And it's holding on the Indians, so the touchdown will not count. So it's going to stay 14-0 for the time being.
That's going to make it 1st and 10.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 15. As Parsons will hand it off again. He's going to try to run it up the middle. This time he'll get it
inside the 10.
And he's brought down. And we get a whistle and a player down for the Tigers. And it looks like maybe a shoulder. He's kind of grabbing that right shoulder. So we'll go ahead. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
At St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been a commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here, Mason Oliver, the Tiger down as they help him up off the field. And they're holding his right arm. And the way he went down, or I shouldn't say the way he went, what I saw when he was laying on the ground, he grabbed that shoulder. So I'm wondering if maybe he had some kind of shoulder injury there. My worst thought, I always go the worst thought though, but my thought was maybe he dislocated that shoulder just by the way it kind of stayed kind of straight when he was laying on the ground, and then how they helped him off holding that arm kind of at a 90-degree angle. Well, Parsons will hand it off, and breaking a tackle as he bounced off his defender. And still chugging along as he breaks another tackle. He'll get to the 6-7 yard line. It's going to be a short gain, but a gain of 3. Which makes it 3rd and 3.
It was a gain of 3, but it should be 3. It was a gain of 3, but it
should be 3. Yeah,
it took him a while to get the.
Should be 3rd and 5. Should be 3rd and 5, not 3rd and 3. The Indians look back at the sideline as Parsons will take the snap, and he's going to hand it off. Running around to the corner and into the end zone is the Jackson Indian running back, Jalen Hampton. And it'll be another touchdown for the Indians. And it's 20-0 here in the first quarter.
Hampton is just a junior running back on this Indians team. It's his first touchdown of the night.
And the kick is up, and it is good. And that'll make it 21-0.
21-0. Indians.
So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
This is Cape Central Tigers.
Wire with 3 receivers to the left side. And a fumble as it'll be picked up.
Who's got it?
Indians say they have it. The referees say the Tigers have it.
Tigers recover.
Tigers offense able to catch a little bit of a break here. Could have been a fumble. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 17 from our own 15.
23 seconds on the game clock, 16 on the play clock, so they're going to have to run a play.
Third down.
Before we get to the second quarter. As play clock down to 5. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and we'll get a timeout. Coach Gibbs calls a timeout with, well, they already reset the play clock, but it had to be about 2 or 3 seconds left on that play clock. And so the Tigers will take a timeout.
So as they take a timeout, we will tell you about St. Francis Healthcare System. The Athletics bringing you St. Francis Healthcare, quality healthcare, and you can also find them online. That is sfmc.net. St. Francis Healthcare Systems, proud supporters of Cape Central football, where we are trailing the Jackson Indians. It is 21-0, 7 seconds remaining, and we took a timeout here because we were running, time was running down, and we needed to get a play off, so we go ahead and take our first timeout of the half. And yeah, it's a 3-score game, Ryan.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's kind of what everyone expected.
It is. If you've been following along, you knew that this game we weren't really expecting this one to be a win for us.
Missing a lot of guys on offense for the Tigers was definitely going to put them at a disadvantage. And Jackson, after those first few weeks, we talked about it. We were kind of trying to figure out if Jackson was playing better than last year or if they were just playing teams that were worse. And then last 2 weeks, they have just blown everybody out. So it's definitely Jackson, much tougher team this year than they were last year. So they'll put a man in motion as he moves over to the other side and hand off to Murray. He's going to bounce and get grabbed right away, spun around. He'll get to the 20 before he's finally brought down. He kept using that momentum to spin around. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The Tigers trail 21-0 to the Indians. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Jackson Deli, River Rapids Water Park, St. Genevieve, and Scooter's Coffee locations in North Cape, Jackson, and Perryville.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Here, start of the second quarter as the Tigers line up to punt it away. Charlton with a much get it back to the 45. And he's going to get it up to the 40 now, working his way back to the near sideline, to the 45, to the 40, and he'll finally be brought down on the near sideline at about the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 38. 13 seconds off the game clock.
Yeah, Tigers finding themselves in a bit of a hole here, and Indians are going to take over in great field position once again to start another drive off.
Parsons will take the snap, step back to pass, looks, throws across the middle, it's caught, and he'll get brought down across the 25 to Turley. It'll be the 23-yard line. So 1st down for the Indians. They'll hand it off again, this time running it up the middle, avoiding defenders left and right into the end zone. What a run. That was ridiculous. As he'll get it into the end zone for another Jackson touchdown. And it's 27-0.
Jackson's 4th touchdown of the evening. 2nd one coming from Jalen Hampton. And if you noticed, Ryan, he almost took out that ref down there as he was making that run. That was kind of funny to watch, but it's 27-0. And here's Outman with the extra point.
And it's up, and it's good. So 28-0 as the Indians lead here big in the 2nd quarter. As Chandler, I have a feeling we will have that clock running in the 2nd half.
I have a good feeling you'd be right about that.
Can't get anything going on the board on offense.
Oh, man. Well, I guess that's just how it is sometimes. Let's go ahead and tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. You can stop by on Seamers Drive in Cape. They'd love to see you there. And you can also visit them online, stonemountaincarpet.biz. You tell them that Chandler Jansen and Ryan Winkler from KAPE sent you by. That's what you got to do. 28-0. Indians lead the Tigers. 11:27 to go here before halftime. And Jack Outman, he will tee this one up here for the kickoff.
So 28-0. As it's kind of a line drive, it'll be muffed at about the 20. He's going to pick it up, trying to get to the 25, and then he's going to get brought down at about the 26, 27-yard line.
First and 10 for the Tigers.
So another 1st and 10 here as the Tigers offense will come onto the field. I don't believe McGuire has made a completion tonight. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I do not recall him making any completions. So 1st and 10 here, we'll see what they come up with. Ball in their own 27.
So 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. We'll put Spain in motion. And McGuire will take the snap, hand it off, and the defense comes right through the middle to stop the run for a loss of 3.
Yeah, Cameron Caldwell, that's the junior defensive lineman. That's his 4th tackle here this evening from the pit. 2nd and 13, loss of 3 on the play.
So 2 receivers to the left again. As McGuire takes the snap, hands it off to Murray. He'll get to the 25 and brought down shy of the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 11. 10.5 to go here in the 1st half.
Of course, we have a great turnout here this evening, which is really no surprise. This is a game here that brings people out year after year after year. And Jackson has dominated the last 10 years, but this rivalry is still so huge to very many people. It's 3rd and 11 for the Tigers.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Spain in motion. McGuire will step back to pass. Quick throw to Murray. It's caught. He breaks 1 tackle. Gets across the 1st down marker to the 39-yard line. And we've got a flag back at the 14-yard line. We'll see what the referee here is going to call this.
That could have been our 2nd best offensive play of the night.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the Indians.
There we go.
So that'll give the Tigers better field position than originally gained there by the Tigers on that offensive play. As It'll be 1st and 10 in Indian territory at the 46-yard line.
Got some things to feel good about here. Finally into Indian territory now. 1st and 10.
So 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And Murray in the backfield. Spain will move to the left side, then back over here to the right side. He'll hand it off. Murray will push forward. He'll get to the 45. He'll gain a yard.
He's taken down by number 44, Joel Moore.
So it'll be a gain of 1 to the 45-yard line.
So no gain on the play for this Tigers offense. As we close in on 9 minutes remaining before halftime, Indians lead at 28-0. That's your score.
So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As put a man in motion into the backfield. They're going to hand it off. Murray will get almost to the 40 before he's brought down. Looks like the 41-yard line. That'll be 3rd and 5.
Third down.
3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Under 8.5 to go now here in the second quarter.
I see a few substitutions being made down there by the defense here for this big 3rd down play. As they're going to send a few players onto the field here. One of them being Izzy Bridges in the backfield.
So they're going to put Bridges in at running back now. And that's going to be a flag on the Indians as he jumped early and then pushed the lineman over. So 3 referees threw a flag.
So this should be an automatic 1st down, I would think.
That'll get it to the 36-yard line, so it's 1st down.
Yes, okay.
1st and 10.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 5, so that penalty gives them 5, and now it's 1st and 10. Best field position of the night for the Tigers offense.
The trips on the right side. Clemens in motion. McGuire will take the snap, give it to, no he doesn't, he kept it himself, flips it to Clemens. Clemens around the far side to the 15, and he's out of bounds, shy of the 15-yard line at the 16. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. I thought they handed it off to Bridges, and Bridges, he had me fooled, but McGuire had kept it, and he pitched it back to Clemens as Clemens ran around the outside on the far side. And we're going to get a timeout by the Indians with 7:39 to go here in the second quarter.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and tell you about Cape Girardeau Honda, and we'll see. I don't know if there's any score updates going on in the Heartland here that we need to know about. We're going to be looking at that here, but Cape Girardeau Honda, they want you to know about the different scores going on in the area with our scoreboard updates. They bring them to you. CapeGirardeauHonda.com, home of the lifetime warranty and the car washes for life, and proud supporters of your Cape Central Tigers. You can find them online, CapeGirardeauHonda.com.
So Sykeston and Poplar Bluff, last update, they are tied at 7.
We'll compete tomorrow morning at the regional
and the St. Vincent Indians were playing Bayless out of St. Louis. That is no score there. See what Perryville plays tonight. They are up 28-0 right now over Jefferson in the second quarter. And Charleston and Saxony are playing tonight. And there no update there. Just it says 0-0. It's still first quarter. So 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Low snap picked up, though, off the turf by McGuire. He's going to throw to the end zone, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone by the Indians. And that'll be a touchback, which will put them at their own 20-yard line. Tyler Fisher with the interception for the Indians.
Well, he already got 1 touchdown tonight. He plays both sides of the ball. Quarterback, he is a second string, and then he's also a defensive back. on the defense. So he comes up with the interception here, and the Tigers are trailing 28-0. And Jackson gets the ball back. 7:33 remaining in the second quarter. Lots of different ways you can tune in tonight, too. You got yourself a pencil.
Found
right
my
there.
pencil. That's mine. I popped up off the thing earlier.
Oh.
Well, Parsons will step back to pass. Deep throw down the middle, and it's just a little too far out in front of his intended target. Blaine Reagan.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Blaine Reagan.
And Blaine Reagan, defensive back. I think he's the one. I was hearing them say there might be some big colleges looking at him. That's what I believe Mr. Caleb Deloach was.
Yeah, I think Blaine Reagan. I know.
Yes, that would be him. About 99% certain that's who he told me.
And they're going to hand it off. He's going to try to run up the middle. Ball is loose, and it's going to be picked up by the Tigers. And good field position for the Tigers now to start it off. As the ball popped out, trying to run the ball up the side, and Hampton had it knocked away and then diving on it.
And I want to say, was that number 12?
It might have been Logan Margetta.
It might have been him, but I wouldn't swear to it. I was trying to see here. We're a little bit crammed up here this evening, but you got to bear with us on that. It's 7:22 to go, and hey, we got good field position here for the Tigers.
Man in motion, McGuire takes the snap, hands it off to Murray. Murray breaks one tackle, but then gets grabbed by a couple more right after, and he's brought down a gain of 3 to the 9-yard line.
Justin Mortner on the tackle.
So it'll be 2nd and 7.
That's about a 3-yard gain.
The Tigers can get a first down and get another set of downs before they have to put it in the end zone. McGuire will take the snap. Hand it off. Murray gets met at the line. He's going to lose a yard back to the 10. So it'll be 3rd and 8.
Zayden Johnson on the defense, 3rd down.
So under 6.5 to go here in the second quarter. As it's 3rd and 8.
This is the best field position we've had all night.
Third and 8 from the 10. 3 receivers to the left side. McGuire back to pass, throws to the corner, and it's caught in the end zone for a touchdown. And the Tigers put up 6. And no flags that I can see, so the touchdown will stand. It is 28-6. With 5:53 to go here in the second quarter.
Brayon Clemens getting into the end zone for the Tigers. Putting some points on the board. Now we'll send Joey Charlton on for a PAT.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So 28-7, the Tigers strike back and finally put some points on the board.
We'll kick it through. And with 5:53 left in the
5:53 to go here in the second quarter as McGuire to Clemens. Get a touchdown up on the board.
All right, here's
That's now just a 3-score game.
We're going to get those tickets out.
We got a lot of people watching us over there on YouTube this evening, I know, and we appreciate that a whole bunch. Remember, Cape Central Sports, you just type that in and you can select the live tab. You will see us, Cape and Jackson, as the Tigers are now on the board. It's 28-7, 5:53 to go. And you want to tell you about the Cape CTC. Check them out. CapeCTC.com, making advancements and connections through education and training. Cape CTC, proud sponsors of Cape Central football.
And a deep kick back into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
And the ball going to the end zone.
As Joey Charlton
And the Indians will take over first and 10 from the 20
with a good kick, better kick than the first one that he had gotten earlier. So into the end zone, touchback. The Indians will take over on their own 20-yard line.
Well, maybe we'd knock the ball loose and get another fumble here. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's first and 10 for the Indians.
Look at some movement here for the Indians as they will hand it off. He's going to try to run it up the middle, drags a guy with him, and he falls at the 34-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Indians. And we got a timeout, a flag on the field here on the far sideline, or sorry, the near sideline. And it's an illegal procedure against the Indians. So 5 yards, moves them back. First and 15.
First and 15.
We'll go back to the 29-yard line. We'll put a man in motion. Quick pass over to the left side. And they'll wrap him up, bring him down at the 32, I think is where they're going to mark him.
Turley with the reception, and he'll get out to
Turley
the
with the reception.
And pick up a couple yards.
And it'll be second and 13. Looks like a gain of 2. Nope, gain of 4. Second and 11. Parsons is going to roll to his right, looking, throws hard throw over the middle, and it's going to hit the turf, incomplete. That'll bring up third and 11.
Yeah, he was looking for Turley, Evan Turley there on his intended receiver, but overthrown, not on target whatsoever. And it's third and 11 now for the Indians. A stop here would be nice if you're the Tigers.
Yeah, trying to get some momentum on your side. You got the touchdown, you had the touchback, and now if you can make them punt it away. With 5:11 here in the second quarter, Parsons back to pass. Pocket is collapsing. He's going to roll, looks, throws, it's caught, and that'll be a first down for the Indians as he gets it to the 45-yard line. 1 extra yard past the first down marker.
Going with another hurry up here. That's what Jackson likes to do.
And Parsons look at the sideline telling him, run through the plays again. I didn't see it all. He's going to hand it off. They're going to run it up the middle. And spinning, throwing him down at the 40. It'll be enough for another first down for the Indians.
We got a Tiger that's down on the field right now.
Official timeout.
They're going to come out here.
The number.
Can't tell.
Ends in a 3, but that's it.
I can tell that part too. So they're going to take a look at him, and we're going to tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993, 32 years in business. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. You can find them on Seamers Drive in Cape, also online. StoneMountainCarpet.biz, proud supporters of Cape Central football. There we go. So we are seeing him get up on, walking on his own. What a great sign there. That is Devin Boyd for the Tigers. So he is walking off on his own on the field. No assistance needed. That is a very good sign for the Tigers. It is the Indians' ball. They're driving down the field. Their hurry-up offense It's what they're known for. 1st and 10. 4:50 remaining before halftime. 95.7 FM, 1550 AM, and on YouTube. Watching and listening at Cape Central Sports. 1st and 10 for the Indians as the clock begins to run.
So 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll put the tailback on the right side of Parsons. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to keep it himself. He'll get across the 40 to the 30, running to the near sideline, and he'll get out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
And that's another. Jackson Indians.
So 1st and 10 for the Indians. Parsons running the ball, and the quarterback keeper that time as they fake the handoff. And they'll set up with the same situation, only this time on the left side is the tailback. They're going to throw down to the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. And a flag comes in late.
I think Jackson was wanting to pass interference there. I'm sure that's what they're going to get.
I think that's what they're wanting, yeah. I mean, if you watch it, I mean, obviously we can't go back and watch it right now, but to me, it looked like he was jumping up to try to grab it over his helmet. And I wouldn't say pass interference on either of them, but they're going to call it on the Tigers. As it'll be 1st and goal, probably. Nope, not quite. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. Two receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And they'll get a new play call from the sideline. All they'll do is move the tailback to the other side of Parsons. He's going to hand it off, running it up the middle and into the end zone untouched. As there was nobody there for him to be stopped from going into the end zone. And it's another touchdown for the Indians. That's 34-7.
Their 5th touchdown, Ryan, of the
and
night.
That's his, I think that's his 3rd.
That's his 3rd,
Hampton's 3rd.
So he has 3 of the 5 touchdowns on the evening. They will send Outman onto the field for the extra point.
And the kick is up, and it is good. And it'll be 35-7 here in the second quarter. 4:07 left in the first half.
We got to tell you about the Cape CTC, providing an environment for students to make career connections and advancements through education and training. You can find them online, capectc.com. As the score is now 35-7. Indians lead at 4:07 remaining before halftime.
So the Indians will line up to kick it away. Clemens and Murray will line up at about the 5-6 yard line to try to receive and take it back to the house. The way this game has gone and the way that offense, or sorry, the players for the Jackson Indians, they can tackle. I don't see it getting through. As that'll be a short kick, not as short as I thought, about the 10-yard line, bringing it out to the 25. It'll spin. Clemens gets it to the 30 before he's finally brought down. Yeah, from here, it looked, I didn't pay attention to where he was on the field, but from here, it looked like it wasn't going to be a very deep kick, but it did go further than I thought. And there's a flag on the field.
Wonder what this is.
This is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on somebody.
Huh. It was pretty late, them throwing this one. They're talking it over on the field. We'll see what the call is here.
Maybe it's 2. Yep, it's an offense. Unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams, so they'll offset so the ball won't go anywhere. Yeah, usually a flag that late, that's usually what that means, some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct, probably.
Exactly 4 minutes to go before halftime. It's 35-7. And the Tigers have the ball on their own 30, 1st and 10.
Three receivers to the left side. McGuire will hand it off. Murray gets to the 30. Ball came out. The Indians say they have it. And they do.
Indian ball.
So it'll be a fumble recovery for the Indians. And they'll take over on the Tiger 30-yard line.
So Keegan Pregame for this Indians defense, and he is able to come up with the fumble recovery. Puts the Indians into good field position here. 35-7 is the score.
Two receivers here to the right side, one to the left for Parsons as he takes the snap. Steps back to pass, throws over to the near or far sideline. It's caught down to the 10-yard line, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the, looks like the 8-yard line. Got it inside the 10-yard line.
Tied in there, Grant Brown with a big reception.
And Parsons will hand it off. He's going to find another hole and another score for Hampton as he gets in again. And Hampton now with 4 touchdowns on the night.
What a game he's having here already this evening. 41-7. Wow, hard to believe it's already.
Wide open holes for him to run right into the end zone.
That's the way it goes.
2 in a row now like that. And the kick is up, and it is good. So 42-7. The Indians lead here with 3:45 to go in the second quarter. As the Indians are playing like we expected.
They are. Everything we expected and maybe then some too. They're leading at 42-7. And we've got to tell you about MRV Banks, Cape Girardeau's go-to for all things banking. MRV Banks, proud supporters of Cape Central football. You can find them on Mount Auburn. Also, their website, mrvbanks.com. 42-7. We're on top of the press box this evening. You might have heard me mention that earlier. That's always what we do. And that's where they put us every time we come to the pit. This year's no exception.
So I'm scrolling through. Chandler, you won't get this one. Scrolling through some of the comments. Darren Bergfield, Jackson has a game genie. You don't know what that is.
No, I don't.
Back in the day, before you had cheat code, like before you could type, push in a lot of buttons and things like that, they had a thing you would connect to your game for the Nintendo, the original Nintendo.
Okay.
And you'd put that in, and then you could put in codes that way before the game, and basically just make it the easiest game you've ever played. As they'll bring it out, the Tigers get it across the 20 to about the 23. Man, I haven't thought about a game genie in years. Holy cow. And even then, even when I played with a game genie, man, I was still young.
Yeah.
Because, that was, I don't remember. It was in the mid-90s, sort of. But, still had the Nintendo, still had the Game Genie and a bunch of games. So, but yeah, good old Game Genie. As got other codes besides just the Konami code. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
Oh, a bad snap handoff, but Murray's going to try to make something out of this. Oh, they're going to say he was down before he handed the ball off to Torrance Murray.
No, one thing about me, I've never been a gamer.
Okay.
Now, I played some Madden and some NBA 2K, but I've never been much into the gaming thing. Like a lot of people my age are.
Yeah.
And a lot of people your age are too.
Yeah.
But that's just never really been a big interest of mine. So if you start talking games, there's probably some things I have no clue what you're even referencing. It is 2nd and 15 here for the Tigers.
Jeez.
We got some more funny jokes over here.
No, just you. I have no idea what you're talking about. We'll get a timeout by the Indians. 3rd and 15 with 2:36 to go here in the second quarter.
So as they take a timeout, we're going to tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring is your trusted source for all things flooring. You can visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape, also online, stonemountaincarpets.biz. Lots of people interacting and engaging, I guess, over there. You're seeing some funny comments.
Another Game Genie comment.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody.
I'll have to show you a picture of what that looked like, too, at halftime.
Okay, yeah, you'll have to do that.
Because it was like a contraption kind of thing. It's something.
Before my time. I wasn't around in the 90s.
Okay, well, you know what?
I wasn't here.
We don't need that.
Sometimes I'll feel old, too, though. Because I'll see people, the kids of today, they'll talk about, I'd give anything to be in high school 5 years ago or something. I was like, well, what are you talking about? We're the same generation.
It's really not that different.
It's not that different. It can't be.
So 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right, as McGuire will take the snap. He's going to step back to pass. Dumps it, and it's going to be incomplete. As I think, Jathan Spain, there is a flag on the field. It's about the 20-some yard line. Because Spain, I think, was his intended target, but Spain has ended up on the turf. So we'll see. They're talking it over here. Oh, they're going to pick it up and say no flag.
Going to wave that flag off. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
So it'll be 4th and 14. And we're going to punt this one away. 2:32 to go here in the second quarter.
And Joey Charlton coming onto the field here to punt this one back to the Indians.
And that one was partially tipped, I believe. That's going to bounce. And the Tigers will smartly grab it. That was a good move.
Yeah.
You don't want it to get any more bounces back towards the end zone and give the Indians any better field position. With 2:24 to go here in the second quarter, that one defender, I didn't see his number in time, came around the outside on the far side, and I think he may have gotten a piece of it. If not, he got at least into the head of Joey Charlton, and he may have rushed his punt to get it away just in case. And either way, it did not go very far.
Indians coming on here with great field position once again. 1st and 10 from the 28.
And Parsons will hand it off, and he'll get wrapped up. And I think they're going to mark him back at the line of scrimmage. So no gain, no loss. 2nd and 10.
And we mentioned this earlier, Ryan. We are definitely anticipating a running clock here in the second half. If everything continues on pace like we've seen in the first half anyway, it is a 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
Yeah, right now I got the 35-point lead, which is the requirement for that running clock. Is 2 receivers on each side. Parsons will step back and he'll throw, and it's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted, and upset at himself big time is, I believe, Colin Chastain, who got his hands on it but couldn't pull it in, and it'll bring up 3rd and 10.
1:43 remaining before we go to halftime. And We'll have the halftime update for you. We'll talk some college football, I'm sure, and some NFL, give you some previews of all the games that are taking place this week, and maybe recap a few that happened last week, too. 3rd and 10 here for the Indians.
And a quick run over to the left side. Hampton won't get a first down this time. And he will get to about the 12-yard line. Nope, sorry, 22-yard line. Oh, man. It's 4th and 3. No, 4th and 4.
Indians are looking to the sideline here, and it appears they will keep the offense onto the field. 4th and 4, 1:10 remaining.
So Parsons steps back, quick throw to the near sideline, and it's incomplete. As I don't know if he dropped it or if he just happened to kind of. It almost looked like he slipped as he was trying to make the catch.
Yeah. He was wide open. That was Brockmeyer, the intended receiver. And it's incomplete. Turnover on downs. The Tigers will take over a minute 4 remaining here before the half. This is a time here where a lot of teams can go down the field. You'll see it happen more often than not, really. They'll go down the field and at least get some points on maybe not a touchdown, but maybe a field goal at least. We'd take it. It's 42-7 here from the pit.
Trips on the left side. As McGuire will take the snap, quick throw is caught on the near sideline, and he'll get to the 25, fighting up to the 28-yard line as he got out of bounds. The gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4. They get him down at the 29, or I should say out of bounds at the 29.
Since he is out of bounds, that will stop the clock. So
2nd and 3, too.
Okay, give us another yard there.
With 2 receivers on the right side this time. As McGuire will fake the handoff. He's going to roll to his right. Throws off the fingertips, and I don't know. Yeah, they're going to call that an incomplete pass.
I don't think so.
I didn't think he caught that either, yeah. Tyler Fisher, once again, almost making a big play that time as he had it in his hand. Maybe not. Maybe he had it in his hands after it hit the turf. But he at least grabbed it at some point and made it look close to being an interception.
Fisher had the touchdown earlier when he went into the game for Parsons as a quarterback. So 3rd down here for the Tigers, 3rd and 3. We have 49 seconds left to go before halftime.
And we get a whistle.
From the 27.
And we put the ball, they put the ball in the wrong spot. They took 2 yards away.
Make that 3rd and 3 from the 29.
3rd and 3 from the 29. Yeah, they spotted the ball incorrectly. Well, they'll move it up, and now we'll get set. 2 receivers on the right side again. McGuire hands it off. Murray runs it up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles. He's going to get down to the 39-yard line, so a gain of 10 will bring up 1st and 10. So a good run there by Torrance Murray.
That will stop the clock temporarily. Now the clock will continue to run, and the Tigers are probably going to have some urgency here, I would think, as the time continues to tick away.
And trips to the right side. McGuire back to pass. And the pocket will collapse, and he'll get brought down in the backfield. Back at the 30-yard line. A loss of 9. And there is a flag on the play. I see the flag now. It's a face mask. Yeah, but he was brought down by his face mask. I could see that from here. I was wondering if the referee saw it.
And it looks like Coach Nesbitt not too happy down there on the sideline.
Yeah, he won't be as upset when he watches the film back. He'll realize that
Yeah, it's going to be a big penalty here.
Yeah, that's going to put them all the way in Indian territory at the 46. So 3 receivers again on the right side. McGuire back to pass. Hard pump fake, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down behind the 50-yard line.
And a quarterback is back.
And that'll do it for the second quarter because the clock will continue to run. And we'll go into the halftime locker room with the Indians leading 42-7 over the Cape Central Tigers. And we'll be back after this for the halftime show presented by MRV Banks. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger football on KAPE 95.7 and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda-certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
At St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been our commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here at the pit as the Indians lead 42-7 here at halftime. And Chandler, there's not a whole lot to talk about when you're talking about Cape Central here tonight. 4 touchdowns for Jalen Hampton on the Indian side. Tyler Fisher with 2. He's got the other 2. Right, where are we at? 42? Yeah, they have 6.
They have 6.
Yeah, Fisher's got 2 and Hampton's got 4. Right? Yeah, we said he had 4. Fisher had 1 up the middle. He ran it himself.
Yes.
And then was he the one that caught the other touchdown down here in the corner?
I want to say that was Toma.
Yeah, that was Toma.
That was Jory Toma.
Okay, so Fisher has 1, Toma has 1, and then Hampton has the other 4.
He has 4.
And he's found quite a few holes too.
Yeah.
Big holes running in when he within the 20-yard line in the red zone. He finds a bunch of holes to get up through the middle and score some touchdowns for the Indians, and it's 42-7. The Tigers actually could have had 2 touchdowns, but the one ended up being intercepted in the end zone. And it honestly, the touchdown that actually counted looked almost like the same exact play that resulted in an interception, thrown into the near corner, the left corner of the end zone. Only this time, instead of being intercepted, it was caught. And the Tigers were able to score a touchdown and cut the lead to, at the time, 28-7. And then the Indians, they scored 2 more touchdowns here before the half and are up by 35, which means the clock will run once we get to the third quarter, as it is homecoming here tonight at Jackson as they're going through the court, homecoming court. And it's odd because you look out, you see, okay, so one group is a football player and a cheerleader, so that's okay, you know. And then you get this guy, he's in his dress shirt and pants with a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And then here in the middle, you get, here in the middle and then the next couple, 2 girls, fancy red dresses, and then the 2 players in their football uniforms. So you get you get 3 people that are all like cleaned up, ready to, you know, to go for the dance and homecoming. And then you get these the other guys and girls that are here for the game in their uniforms. It's offsetting. It throws me off when you see that kind of stuff.
Nominated by Mrs. Miller's advisor.
You know, when you also get to certain points, certain places, homecoming, different schools, homecoming goes for, you know, just for the sports, for like fall sports, because like at Central they have 2 homecomings. They have the fall one, which is the big one, and then they have the winter one, which is they do during basketball season. And so like the fall one is football players, I think, football players, cheerleaders, I think softball, cross country, I think, or track. I think it's cross country, whichever one's in the fall. And then when you get to the winter, that's when you get, Then when you get to the winter one, it's basketball, baseball, track, girls basketball, stuff like that. And then some schools, they just vote for the court, and then you get to a certain point where it's just whoever, and it may just happen to be a couple of the
all the people he's grown up with over the last 4 years. After graduation, Noah plans to
that's how you get people like me on the court, you know.
Yeah. Let's hear it for Lizzie and Noah.
I didn't win. But anyway.
Congratulations to this year's 2025
well, here we go.
Court.
Well, let's just see here.
The moment we've all been waiting for, our 2025
we'll give you the homecoming king and queen. Camden Brockmeyer is the king. So congratulations to Camden Brockmeyer.
And our 2025 homecoming queen.
And the queen
is Ava Weber.
Ava Weber. Oh, which is the cheerleader. Let's put this down so you can see. So Camden Brockmeyer, Ava Weber, the king and queen for homecoming.
Homecoming queen Ava Weber. Congratulations again.
So congratulations to them as they
this evening's game.
are now royalty. So they get the crown and everything.
This year's theme is in full bloom.
We'll go ahead. We'll take a
Go Jackson Indians.
break, and we'll be back after this.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda-certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
At St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been our commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here at the pit, halftime, the Jackson Marching Chiefs on the field playing Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. Is Chandler and I were up here rocking out to the Immigrant Song, and
With hits like
That's pretty good.
Take My Eyes
Yeah,
Off
that
of
sometimes
was
you
good.
get some.
Girls
Sometimes
Don't
bands you
Cry.
can't.
This Jersey Boys medley will
And
feature
Sometimes you
the
can't
music
tell
of
what
the
the song
iconic
is,
Frankie Valli
even if
Right,
you know
it
what
is
the
kinda hard
title
to
is.
tell.
will
And
feature our mellophone section.
no, that was good. It was really good. And now they're gonna do something else, and it's not Led
Frankie
Zeppelin,
Valli.
so.
They're going to do a Frankie Valli song.
Yeah, okay. So 42-0. Sorry, 42-7 here at the half. Is even I forgot that the Tigers were able to score a touchdown there in that second quarter. Is they scored it, and then the Indians were able to score 2 more touchdowns after that. So it looked like maybe honestly, realistically, we weren't thinking it's going to be a comeback and make it super close there before the half, but it looked like maybe some life was going to get back into the Tigers and try to make it a better game, and then it just kind of snowballed, and the Indians got great field position, scored a touchdown, got the ball, scored a touchdown. They have taken advantage of the things that have kind of that have gone their way with a fumble, a bad punt, blocked, partially blocked punt, something, stuff like that, and it just, Jackson has been able to capitalize on those mistakes and those, those breaks that they've gotten. Go ahead. You got something?
I think this game, we're looking to start it off, and we mentioned it, the running clock. It's a 35-point lead right now as the Tigers trail 42-7. So we will be looking to get that running clock going here as soon as the second half kicks off. Now, we do want to preview a few games that are going on tomorrow in the world of college football, because that's a big one. I think tomorrow's game day is going to be Alabama and Vanderbilt. Both teams are undefeated. How about that? Vanderbilt being undefeated?
Well, Alabama's not.
No, that's right. Alabama's not undefeated. Vanderbilt's undefeated, and that's the first time they've been undefeated, I think, since, I want to say it's been like 80 years at this point. But, yeah, you're right. Alabama did lose week 1. They had lost, and that was kind of
Florida State.
That was surprising. Yeah, very surprising.
A lot of people were saying that was just Florida State proving that they should have been in the playoff. That year they got left out.
Oh, yeah.
That was their statement, I guess.
A lot of controversy that year, I remember. And then last year, Florida State had only won 2 games. They went 2-10 last year. So a much improved Seminole team. And a few other games going on tomorrow, too. Texas be taking on a 1-3 Florida team. Also, we mentioned Florida State. They're taking on Miami. That's going to be a home game for Florida State tomorrow. They're 3-1. Miami is 4-0. So, yeah, a few other games going on tomorrow. Iowa State, Cincinnati, Kansas State, and Baylor as well. And then we shift gears and look at the NFL coming up this week as well. It feels great that we're in football season. Last night, the 49ers beat the Rams in overtime. Great game, 26
I saw the end of
23. I did not get to watch any of that game, but I would like to mention the Monday game. The Packers. No, that was Sunday game. The Packers and the Cowboys. How about that game?
Yeah.
Did you watch that at all?
Parts of it, not the whole thing, but I did see it ended in a tie.
Yeah,
I saw the very end.
That was a very good game to watch, and I watched the whole overtime and the end of regulation too. But yeah, what a great game that was. And truly, I think you look at games like that and you say, why do we still have ties?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that was my thought process is you play a regular overtime like that, and if you don't get your winner at the end like that, where they tied at 40, that's when you switch. Now we're going to do what college does.
2-point conversions.
And now we start doing just back and forth. It's a shootout now.
Yeah.
Who's going to break first kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the way, and it seems to work. I don't like the tie, and maybe people on YouTube here, I'd be curious on if anybody has a strong opinion one way or another on that. I tend to think most people don't like the ties. I think that's the common thing that most fans are saying. But 40-40, that's the way that the Sunday night game ended between the Packers and the Cowboys. The second highest scoring tied game that we've ever had in NFL history. But To me, it's just, I don't know, it kind of messes things up later on in the season with standings, and it's almost like you just, I don't know, cancel the game. It's almost like it didn't even happen or didn't even exist.
Yeah,
I think somebody should win. I think somebody should be the loser in the game.
Knock somebody out of the playoffs because they don't, somebody they probably should have been tied with in the division. Right. Well, they'll get it probably because of, that record or whatever.
So I don't know if they're ever going to revisit that rule in the NFL. I would think maybe they will at some point. But as for now, we still have the ties. College has updated their rules in recent years. You may remember
everything's 2 point.
Yeah.
What is it?
You know which one I'm talking about, don't you?
How many overtimes was that?
It was either 7 or 8.
We've talked about it before. Yeah.
We've talked about it before. That was LSU and Texas A&M. I watched. I didn't watch every overtime of that game, but I watched several of them. And what a great game that was. 71-68 was the final score. And I think ever since that game, that's really the reason why college said, okay, we can't have this happen again. We're going to make some rule changes. And one of those being that after the second overtime, now teams have to do a 2-point conversion. They do alternating 2-point conversions. So, realistically, we're probably never going to see another 71-68 point, unless the game's just crazy high scoring. Yeah. But that game, I think, into regulation was just in the 20s or 30s. So a lot of that scoring came in overtimes. That was what a classic game that was. I still remember that one very well. So Jackson doing some warm-ups down here on the field, getting all set for our second half. We'll see if they add some time. Typically, that's what they do.
Yeah, they
most places we go, anyway, it seems like. Cape Central coming back out here
while
as
we wait to see if they're going to do that. We also have baseball playoffs started, and all of them but one went to the 3 games, best of 3 for that wild card. The only one that didn't go 3 were the Dodgers. They won theirs 2-0. But then the Cubs, they won their series. The Yankees beat the Red Sox 2-1. The Cubs beat the Padres 2-1. And then the Tigers beat the Guardians 2-1. So everybody moves on. So, now we're in the regular part of the playoffs, which what we used to get here at this point, because it used to be just the one wild card kind of thing, and then they added another one, and they moved it. They've changed the playoffs. So now the Cubs will play I think they're going to play the Phillies. I think. Can't remember. Yeah, the Phillies, and then the Dodgers are going to play the Brewers, and then the Yankees will play the Mariners.
We'd actually heard that earlier. Somebody was telling us about that. So,
they added time back to the clock to 2:20 left here before we go back. So I can't remember how the American League one sets up, but somebody's going to play the Mariners, and then I think the Yankees are going to play the Mariners, and I think the Tigers will play the Blue Jays.
You keep up with baseball. I don't, and I've admitted that before. I'm not one that follows baseball. Just never really gotten into it a whole lot. But that's all right. What do you say, Ryan? We got to keep it here? Or?
Yeah, we're just going to keep it here. We're at minute 50. And there's really no reason to switch it up. There we go. Now I got it to finally pull up.
Got to make sure you're correct on everything here.
There we go. So the Cubs will play the Brewers. The Yankees will play the Blue Jays. I was way off. I was wrong. All over. I was wrong. So the Cubs are playing the Brewers. The Yankees are playing the Blue Jays. Dodgers play the Phillies, and the Tigers play the Mariners. I want to see Brewers and either Mariners or Blue Jays. Preferably Mariners. I want to see 2 teams that have not won the World Series play for the World Series, so somebody finally gets one. That's what I want. That and the Mariners, they've got Big Dumper. That's his nickname, Cal Raleigh. Oh, yeah. His nickname's Big Dumper.
Big Dumper.
He hit 50 home runs, at least 50 home runs. I can't remember if he hit more than that or not. But yeah, he had 50. So, yeah, that's his nickname. And they asked him about it, and he's like, I don't necessarily like it, but I mean, what can I do?
It's funny how there's nicknames like that sometimes for a lot of the players. It'll just develop, you know, and sometimes it's a joke or it's something from their childhood or something that they might have been a freshman on a high school team somewhere and it stuck with them ever since. And yeah, there's definitely some funny stories behind some of those nicknames for sure. So yeah, we got some YouTube people over here and all the viewers and comments. We appreciate all that. So there's the horn. I think we are getting all set to go for this second half. It's going to be a running clock, as we discussed. 42-7, that's your score. Indians lead it.
Yeah, so once you look to the student section for the Tigers over on the right side here, that right corner, they threw that baby powder or whatever in the air, and they're wearing all white tonight, so they threw whatever that is.
Those janitors will really appreciate that, I'm sure.
And we're ready.
They'll probably, to be honest, they do a good job. The student section, they do clean up after themselves.
Well, that's good.
I have seen other schools post pictures of them cleaning up, saying thank you for, thanks to the Jungle from Central for helping clean up afterwards or whatever.
That's nice to know.
Yeah.
A lot of schools probably wouldn't do it that way.
So start of the third quarter is Charlton will kick it away, and it goes into the end zone. And he dropped it in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20.
As soon as we get a snap here, it's going to start the clock, and the clock is going to continue to roll because we have a 35-point deficit from the pit, 42-7. That is your score as we get the second half underway.
I forgot to show you. That is a Game Genie. So you connect the game to that thing right there, and then you stick this whole thing in, and it would stick out like 6 inches, and then you put in your codes.
Huh. Well, how about that?
Parsons back in at quarterback, throwing deep downfield, and it's caught. And he is gone into the end zone for another touchdown. An 80-yard pass for Drew Parsons to Blaine Reagan. And it's 48-7. So they'll line up now for the extra point.
And that's certainly one way to come out of the halftime locker room right there, Ryan.
Yeah, that's one way to start the third quarter.
It sure is.
And the kick is up, and it's good. 49-7 here in the third quarter. As now the Indians will kick it away back to the Tigers, and they'll try to get something going here in their first drive of the second half.
So why don't we go ahead and tell you about MRV Banks. They're your go-to for all things banking. MRV Banks, proud supporters of Cape Central football. And you can visit them on Mount Auburn. Also, their website, mrvbanks.com. $49-7. That is your score. 11:50 remaining. It was one short play there for that Indians offense. And
short time-wise.
Yeah, very short. And it turned out that Blaine Reagan, he was the one who came up with the grab, and now Outman will set up to kick this one back to the Tigers.
So Murray and Clemens will line up, as this one will be caught by Murray at about the 15. He's going to bring it out, get it across the 25, across the 30, And they'll mark him down at the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 33. The Tigers will start on offense here in the second half.
We were discussing it earlier. The Tigers do still lead all time, 59-53. And yeah, the Indians are definitely closing in the gap on that one here as of late. And it'll be another win for them this evening here from the pit.
So 3 receivers to the left. They'll put Clemens in motion. They'll hand it off. And Murray will get across the 35 to the 38.
Parker on the defense.
So it'll be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
21, Charlie Eifert on that last tackle.
Oh, so Lance Wilson, who graduated from Jackson last year, he appreciates that we said who the king and queen were at halftime.
Oh.
He'll hand it off as Murray will get across the 40 to the 45. He'll hit the defender and get brought down, but he's got enough for the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45 in their own territory.
So yeah, I like to say here that after an Indians victory tonight, that'll make it 10 straight for Jackson.
Yeah,
quite a statement there.
McGuire will hand it off, running around the outside is Murray. He'll get close to the
Let's give him about 8.
45. Looks like he gets to the 47. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2.
Clock will continue to run here. It's 9:40 left to go in the third quarter. 49-7. Indians lead it.
Not quite 9 o'clock. We're at 10-2. So feels like we've been going for a while, but also still pretty decent time. As we'll set up now 3 receivers to the left as McGuire will take the snap. He'll give it to Murray. He's got enough, Bridges. He's got enough for a first down. And he'll get across the 40 in Indian territory down to the 39-yard line.
Ball carrier number 26. That's Elijah Cheek. Parker on that last tackle.
So Bridges gets the handoff. Three receivers to the right side. They'll put Clemens in motion. And they'll hand it off to Bridges. He'll get across the 35, spun around and brought down at the 34-yard line.
Braden Wright on the tackle. Second down.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll hand it off to Bridges. And he gets close to the first down. He's brought down a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1 with 7:45 to go here in the third as the clock continues to roll.
Grant Oswald.
So 3rd and 1 from the 30. Two receivers will set up to the left side. We'll take the snap, hand it off. Bridges will cut back over the far side, and he'll get across the first down marker. He gains 2 to the 28. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
And yeah, this, you notice, Ryan, how quickly this quarter really starts to go by in situations like this. We're already almost halfway through the quarter. And the continuous clock continues to roll. 1st and 10. Ball on the 28 here for the Tigers.
Yeah, you don't really realize how quickly
there's a lot
6
of stops,
minutes can go by. Yeah,
it goes by a lot faster when it's real time.
McGuire will take the snap. He'll fake the handoff, and the throw is tipped, and it's incomplete. As it was not a backwards pass. It was more of a slight forward pass. But either way, it falls incomplete.
So that'll bring up second down. 10 yards.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. So we reached the halfway point of the 3rd quarter.
Sure did. Yeah, a lot of people over on YouTube still. We appreciate everybody that's tuned in and watching over there for that. 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers.
Hand it off to Murray, and he's going to get tripped up and brought down at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 10.
Aiden Jones with the stop. Third down.
3rd and 10 from the 28. Trips to the left. McGuire calls for the snap, throws, caught here on the near sideline. And Clemens will lose a yard, I believe, back to the 29. And then I'll bring up 4th down.
Pass is complete. DJ Johnson with a good defensive play.
They're going to lose 2 back to the 30.
So what are we going to do here? Long field goal?
I think we're going for a field goal.
Okay. All right.
4th down.
So Charlton will line it up. He's going to kick it from the 37. The kick is up, and it is good.
And it's good. Number 16,
So
Joey
a
Charlton.
good kick from Joey Charlton puts 3 points back on the board, and it's 49 to 10. As the Tigers.
Indian.
That's a bright spot for the Tigers, obviously. Joey Charlton, who is really come into the kicking role, the kicker role, and kicking some field goals. He's made a few this year, add another one onto his stat line, and it's now 49 to 10.
Let's go ahead and tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring here, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. You can visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape or online at stonemountaincarpet.biz.
We did get a high radio, guys, in a comment. Hello.
Hello back to you. It's, yeah, we appreciate all the comments over there every week on that. And just a little, I guess, added bonus that you get with our broadcasts is you get to watch the games and follow along that way, too. Joey Charlton getting set to kick this one away after his long field goal.
It was a
53-yard field goal?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, 53 yards.
But yeah, good field goal. Long field goal for Charlton. As that one will be caught in the end zone, and it'll bring them out to their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 after the touchback. That's one thing, too, Chandler would point out, that even though the score is the way it is, not many people have left. I mean, obviously, we see a few walking around back here.
But not many.
But I think, I mean, a few of them look like they might be band members who don't necessarily care about the game. But, you know, for the most part, Jackson and Cape fans alike staying, hanging out to the end.
Yeah, I think it goes to show you just how much this game means to so many people.
And we'll get the backups here for the Indians as they'll get spun around and brought down. That's number 22.
Memphis Mallett's on the carry.
Mallett?
And that's another
And that would be
Memphis Maddox.
Memphis Maddox.
Maddox with the first down run for the Indians. Tyler Fisher, that's what I thought, into the game at quarterback. Fisher is a sophomore. He was on the baseball team, varsity baseball team, as a pitcher last year as a freshman. And now he's going to hand it off, and he'll get wrapped up and brought down. And back to the line of scrimmage.
That is Gage Parker on the carry there for the Indians.
He's taken down by Malachi Johnson.
So 2nd and 10. 3:10 to go here in the third quarter. (49-10). Jackson leads with 2:54 remaining in the third. As they're going to hand it off. Once again, he'll get brought down this time for a loss of maybe 2. As that was, once again, Parker, Gage Parker.
And, that time he is brought down right there at the line. Malachi Johnson making the tackle for this Tigers defense.
So the Indians look into the sideline for the play, taking their time. As Fisher, right now he's got it set up with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to his left, if they stay in this formation. And that's how it's going to stay. They'll put a man in motion. Flag, as it's going to be a delay of game, I believe. Play clock hit 0. Oh, they took a timeout before the delay of game. I saw this referee throw his flag, but they actually got the timeout in time, so timeout with a minute 57 to go here in the third.
Let's go ahead and tell you about the Cape CTC. And, of course, they have a vision to provide environments for students to make those career connections and advancements through education and training. Find them online, capectc.com, proud sponsors of Cape Central football. Minute 57 remaining in the third quarter. It's 49-10. And, Ryan was talking about it earlier. There's so many fans here this evening, and even as lopsided as this game may be, not many fans have left yet. There are still a lot of people here. This game is huge year after year after year, and the Indians are going to look to add to their winning record that they have right now. It's 10 straight games. That's what it's going to be here after the final whistle blows this evening. 49-10 is your score, and it is the Indians' ball. Third down, 3rd and 11 from their own 35.
Looks like the same formation, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion, they're going to fake the jet sweep. Looking to throw downfield. Fisher flush from the pocket. He's going to have to throw it, and he does, but it's incomplete here on the near sideline. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, sorry, to bring up 4th down. That was 3rd down. My mistake. So the Indians are going to have to punt this one away, as Clemens will go back to receive the punt. He's going to set up at about the 30-yard line. So they're going to punt it about the 22, 21-yard line. And we get a delay of game penalty. They call timeout? Nope, delay of game penalty on the Indians. I was about to take a peek at that play clock. I was wondering, that was taking quite a while to get that punt to go. Now we know. We'll try it again. 4th and 16 after the penalty. And the snap goes over his head. He's going to have to pick it up, try to run with it, and he's going to get brought down at the 5-yard line. And that's going to be the best field position anybody could want to start a drive.
Yes.
As we get whistle tone. Oh, they can stop the clock. That's what they're wanting them to do.
Yep. The one of, I guess, 3 times where the clock can stop.
Yeah.
At this point, it's the other ones to be a score and a penalty.
Yep.
Penalty, score, and turnover on downs. And Tigers going to have great field position here. If they can score a touchdown, that will temporarily stop the continuous clock at least.
McGuire will hand it off. Murray into the end zone after he gets hit by 2 defenders. He got hit once and then again, but he makes it into the end zone for the touchdown. And Torrance Murray will make it 49-16. And you know what that means? The clock will now stop running.
That's right. Yep, that's the way it goes here. I just mentioned that actually right before the play, and sure enough, he gets into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown.
Sorry, I meant the continuous clock will stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
completely. Because it's down under 35.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I said right before he scored a touchdown.
I guess I just blacked out, I guess. I don't know what happened there. Kicks up and it's good. So basically listen to what Chandler's saying and not me. Is what he's saying. So 22 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and it's 49-17. So yeah. Now we're gonna play till either the Indians score again, or if the Tigers can kind of push it back in a little bit. I don't know if they'll keep the starters into the fourth quarter or not, but we'll see. So yeah, 49-17.
Closing in here into the third.
Obviously, it's against kind of the second string, I think. But the fact that 17, I think, is already more points than a lot of people thought that the Tigers would get. I think 7 was more than some people thought the Tigers were going to get.
Yeah, that's. I think that's something we kind of talked about. We expected that this game could have been a lot like last year, and maybe even it could have been worse. So the fact that Central has 17 points, that's at least maybe a good thing. You could try to make the best of a bad situation here. Joey Charlton.
As it's going to be caught in the end zone for another touchback. So 22 seconds, and it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 49-17. And Fisher back out in the quarterback role for the Indians.
If the Indians can get a touchdown this time, it will get that continuous clock rolling again. We'll see what they do on 1st and 10.
So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As Fisher sets up in the pocket, he's going to hand it off, running it up the middle. Now breaking towards the near sideline. He's going to get past the 35 to the 40 to the 45 and then out of bounds at the 40, about the 48-yard line. So a nice big run there for the Indians. And that was Parker.
Yeah, sure was. 3rd string for this Indians offense, and he's doing great back there.
They're going to give it to Parker again. He's going to try to pound his way up the middle, and he'll get across the 50 into Tiger territory. He'll get brought down at the 46. And that'll do it for the third quarter. So we will take a break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plaza since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Well, back here at the pit, start of the fourth quarter, 49-17. The Indians lead here over Cape Central. I'm Brian Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. As the Indians will line up, Fisher in at quarterback. And we get a flag. Nope, no flag. That was weird. Parker will get the handoff. He's going to run it up the side, and he found himself a hole into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Indians score a touchdown. Yeah, you see that too. The flag came out over here on the sideline, and he picked it up without a whistle or anything. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know what that was. So 55-17 as a line up for the extra point. As we wait, there's the snap, and whoops. Well, that fell apart. I don't know what happened. He got the snap, but I guess he got rattled by the defense coming through, and he didn't go for the kick. And it ends up just being no good. So we'll have to. It's 55-17 here in the fourth.
Yeah,
there's no other way. I don't know what the. I don't know how to explain what that was. Because the snap wasn't bad. It was just. He ran up.
Everything just fell apart.
Up to kick it, and then he just put on the brakes as the defense kind of came through. And I guess, I guess it rattled him a bunch. And then he still ended up tapping it with his foot, and it rolled a little bit forward. And I don't know.
So yeah, either way, regardless of the missed extra point here, it's still going to be enough to get that clock rolling right after the kickoff, because it's a 38-point game, 55-17. Jackson leads it here. 11:41 to go in the ball game.
I'm also not sure what, on that big run there by Parker, what happened, because it kind of seemed like the defense kind of froze for a second. I don't know if they saw that flag as well or what. That kick is going to be caught at about the 10. He's going to bring it out across the 25 before he's finally wrapped up by a gang of Indian players. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Sorry, 26-yard line. I was looking at the wrong referee. So 1st and 10 is, like Chandler said, the clock begins to run now as it's back to that running clock as it's 55-17. McGuire will take the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. Spin, break a tackle, and he'll get through and brought down across the 35 at the 36. Should be, yep, it's a first down. Actually, they're going to mark him down at the 37. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Carson Pierce on that nice defensive play. 1st and 10 from the 37.
So 1st and 10, 10-15 left here in the 4th. As they'll put a man in motion. He'll take the snap, fumbles the snap, and he'll pick it up. They're going to call it, yeah, they're going to blow it dead. Say he was down when he went to pick it up off the turf. He had a knee, I think, on the turf. So it'll bring up 2nd and looks like 14. .9:44 to go here in the 4th. We'll go 3 receivers to the left side as McGuire will set up. He's got Bridges in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off. Well, that's not Bridges. He's going to run around the outside, get across the 35, and brought down at the original line of scrimmage. As that was number 22, Mikhail Boyd. Mikhail Boyd, sorry, Chandler. Keep getting in Chandler's way.
Oh, no, you're fine. Completely fine.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 9. They actually get a yard past the original line of scrimmage by Boyd. Now we'll go with 3 receivers to the right side this time. As McGuire will fake the handoff, keep it himself. He'll get it across the 45, but not enough for a first down. That'll get it to the 46, actually. It'll be 4th and looks like 1.
4th and 1. Okay, so
almost got the first down.
I say we keep the offense on the field and try to get that yard.
Push, push.
Yeah.
2 receivers on the left side. And whoops.
Jump.
He jumped. He got across that line of scrimmage. That'll give him that first down that they were looking for.
That'll be a 1st and 10.
He almost didn't, but his helmet got across that line. So it'll give him enough for a first down as they get to the 49 in Indian territory now. So 55-17. 7:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. Trips to the right this time. Oh, almost got another one. He'll take the snap, hand it off. Mikhail Boyd will cut back up the middle and get across the 35-yard line down to the 34. And it's another first down, 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Number 39, Austin Brown.
And a bad snap as it rolls on the turf back to McGuire. He'll fall on top of it, and they'll lose yards back to the 41.
And the Tigers recover. Ball placed at the
Looks like 2nd and 17. Yep, 2nd and 17. Two receivers to the right side. They're going to hand it off. Mikhail Boyd will run it across on the left side, the sideline, up to the 5. Touchdown, Mikhail Boyd. And the Tigers make it 55-23 here in the 4th quarter. The clock at 6:37 now as it has to stop once again.
Yeah, Mikhail Boyd, he just took off there, Ryan. Great play. What a full head of steam he had. running that one into the end zone for a touchdown. 55-23 now, and here's Joey Charlton to attempt our extra point.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So 55-24 as the Tigers cut back into the lead once again, and it's a 31-point game, so the clock will stop running again here in the fourth quarter.
And we got to tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. You can visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape. Also online, stonemountaincarpets.biz. So yeah, on paper, this game is going to look better, without a doubt, than last year's competition between these two.
Yeah.
Getting more points offensively here, which is what we like to see.
So the last update, too, 21-14, Poplar Bluff was leading over Sykeston in the third quarter.
Okay.
Joey Carlton will kick it off. Cooper Watson. DJ Johnson. Deep for the Indians.
So the last time that the Tigers have won was 2015, as the kick is going to go back into the end zone for another touchback. They won in 2015 against the Indians and also won in 2014. So they won 2 in a row, as they have now, obviously at this point, will drop 10 in a row to the Indians.
That's a long time. That really is a long time if you think about it. I mean, I remember the last time Central won this game. I was in like 5th grade. You know, like that was a long time ago. Especially when I put it that way, right?
Exactly. You got to stop.
Just going to make everybody feel old. I know.
Run it around the outside and get it to the 29-yard line. So the last time the Tigers won, 2015, it was a 48-35 victory here at the Pit.
I remember, yeah.
And the one before that was 31-21 at Tiger Stadium.
Wow.
And then, so let's go. We'll go all the way back. 2010, the Tigers won 41-6, and then they won in 2011 here at the Pit 14-12. Then Jackson won 2 games, 29-26, 56-27, and then Cape won 2 games, and then the streak did not continue 2-2. It's going to end up being 10 now for the Indians, as they will fake the handoff to Parker. Running it up the middle is Fisher, and he'll get to the 45, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line as Fisher tried to continue the run, pushing himself forward. He got stood upright by a defender, but he kept trying to chug and push those legs, and he eventually just fell forward. So 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line here with 5:33 to go in the fourth.
10 from the 48-yard line.
Somebody have one of those clappers. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I sure do.
I guess it's better than cowbells.
Right, yeah.
And they'll hand it off to Parker. He's going to try to spin and avoid a tackle, but gets tripped up and brought down. It'll be about 2nd and
Number 4 with the tackle.
2nd and 5.
Johnson. 2nd down.
So 2 receivers to the left as of right now as they look to the sideline. We got a new quarterback for the Indians, number 27. As we'll hand it off to Parker. He's going to fight for, I don't think he's going to get the first down. I think he'll be short by a yard.
Okay, you say number 27. There is not a 27 listed on the Jackson roster. So how about that? That's a JV player there that's getting into the game.
Must be, yeah. You know, we actually haven't mentioned this either. Jackson with the chrome helmets tonight.
Yeah.
The throwback with the spear on the side.
That's an old one.
Yeah, except this time it's chrome, yeah. I know, I remember the red ones with the spear, now it's a red chrome. I don't know. I think it might, I don't know. What do you think? Black jerseys, or do you think it would look better with a red jersey?
I would like the red myself.
And they're going to hand it off to Parker. He'll get around the outside on the far side, get enough for a first down, and then end up out of bounds at the 34-yard line in Tiger territory.
Talking about jerseys and uniforms.
Yep.
Just curious, who do you think has the best or one of the best NFL jerseys? And that's a tough question because there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah. I don't know. I will say that I do like the Jaguars. They're bringing back the 90s jersey.
Yeah.
That one looks good. I like that. I did like the Dolphins, that Rivals thing that they wore, the black ones.
Oh,
that they just
recently?
wore. Yeah.
Okay.
Those look pretty good. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the black helmet. This is going to be a big run here for the Indians. He'll get to the 30-yard line and spun around, and he'll finally be brought down. There's Cooper Watson with the run there for the Indians. I think the black ones will look good with just the white helmet at the same time, but I do like the throwback Seahawks. They've got the gray, the old royal blue jersey that they're going to wear. Obviously, the throwback Broncos.
Yes, those are very nice.
I do like how when they will wear those, the Seahawks and the Broncos, when they wear those, they're going to change the field to match the 90s logos and stuff. That's smart. I like when they do that. As Parker will get the fake handoff, now running it up the side. And not quite making it into the end zone. I think he got across the 5. See where they mark him down. Oh, no. The 11-yard line. Did he get tackled out of bounds? I guess he got pushed out of bounds.
I don't know. I didn't have the best angle.
Yeah, I missed
on that one.
I missed where he ended up.
Speaking about the throwbacks, I got to mention the Buccaneers 70s.
Oh, yeah.
I love those.
Parker will get the ball again. This time he's going to get... He gets to the end zone. He drug his defender with him all of the way to the end zone. As Parker gets into the end zone for the touchdown for the Indians, 61-24. And, wow, he just carried that defender with him from about the 8-yard line. He carried him for about 8 yards into the end zone. As that was impressive. 2:18 left here in the fourth. And this time the kick is off, and it is good. As it'll make it 62-24. The Indians lead here over the Tigers as we're going to get that clock going again.
Yes, we are.
With
sure
2:18.
are. And, yeah, I'll tell you what, Ryan, that's Gage Parker's second touchdown of the night, third string running back rather for the Indians, and he's just a sophomore. So we'll be looking to hear a lot more from him in the coming years on this Jackson team as well. 62-24, the Indians lead it.
Yeah, Tyler Fisher, he'll take over next year when Parsons, he'll graduate. Yep. Parsons is actually committed to play baseball at SEMO as a pitcher.
That's
He's
cool.
a pretty good pitcher.
Didn't realize that.
Well, I say pretty good. He's a really good pitcher. Not just watched, but called a few Jackson baseball games, and he's one of the aces on the team, basically, and yeah, he did a really good job as a pitcher, and he's going to get himself a scholarship to at least to SEMO, if not somewhere else. Right now he's verbally committed to SEMO. I don't think he's...
Noah Taylor.
No, I don't think he can yet. It's not that time.
In there on the tackle.
But yeah, verbally committed to play at SEMO as a pitcher. He also catches some too. If he's not on the mound, he'll be the catcher. 3 receivers to the right side. As we get new quarterback, new players for the Tigers, I'll hand it off, running it up the middle and getting to the 35, across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a good play for the Tigers there.
He'll get about 9 yards on the play.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 with 1:15 to go here in the 4th.
Jonah Taylor on that for the Indians.
So 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As I'll hand it off again, running it up the middle, cutting back to the left side and getting across the 40-yard line down to the 42. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
And it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So I think we're going to have time for one more play here, Ryan. One more snap.
Josie Seaball, the quarterback now for the Tigers, as he'll hand it off, running around the near side, and he's going to get brought down from behind as with 17 seconds to go. He got to the 47-yard line. 10 seconds, and I don't think we're going to run another play. Looks like that's going to be it. And that will do it, as the Tigers and the Indians will finish out this one. The Indians come away with the win, 62-24 over Cape Central. And we will take a break. We'll come back with the postgame show brought to you by St. Francis Healthcare System. You're listening to the Cape Central Tiger football team on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
At St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been our commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes, such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your career in technology Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda-certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here at the pit as the Tigers fall to the Indians 62-24 here for the 10th year in a row, as the Tigers have not won since 2015 against the Indians. 2014 and 2015, the Tigers won 2 in a row and have not been able to pull it out since then, unfortunately, for Cape Central. But if you're Jackson, obviously you're on the happy side because you've won 10 in a row against your rival. And pretty big games, honestly. Big scores for the Indians. And that big winning streak here. Obviously 62 points here tonight against the Tigers, as we talk about the post-game show here, brought to you by St. Francis Healthcare Systems. As the St. Francis Healthcare System, bringing quality healthcare to the Heartland. Visit them online at sfmc.net. So, not the way you want it to go if you're on the central side, as, you know, obviously a lopsided win, or I should say lopsided loss if you're on the central side, 62-24. But also at the same time, I think well, number one, Tigers are missing players. Obviously, you can tell that on the offensive line. You could tell the way the Jackson defense was able to just basically break through. I'm not taking anything away from the Jackson defense either. They are very good on defense. But yeah, you can tell there's some key offensive guys missing on the line, and obviously running back Keyshawn Boyd missing due to his ankle injury, which, from what I understand, obviously this is from Keyshawn. He's coming. I mean, he's getting stronger. He's getting better. He's going to be back before the season is completely over, before playoffs. I know when he wants to come back, but that's also kind of a, doctor's Coach Gibbs situation call there, because obviously if it was up to him, he wanted to come back for this one, is what he told me one day. He said, "I'll be back for Jackson." I said, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
But obviously, the offense, it's the guy they build the offense around this year, when you have that kind of guy who runs the ball and can basically run it however he wants. Yeah. And then you had on the other side here tonight, too, for Jackson, you had Hampton. Yeah. Hampton, he basically ran the ball however he wanted as well. He ended up with 4 touchdowns. You want to know Caleb and Cody, who do the Jackson game for 104.7, they said he only had 146 yards.
But it feels like
he did have a couple. He had 2 of those touchdowns were in the red zone, so obviously he didn't get a whole bunch. But it seemed like he should have way more than that. But when you think back, he had 2 that were in the red zone. One of them may have even been within 10 yards. So
they know how to use him. And they give him the ball, I guess, when it really matters. Yeah. It seems like. So we got to do a player of the game here, and I think we got to go with Breon Clemens. He came up with that. If you think about it, the fumble recovery. He also had one of the touchdowns on the evening as a pass from Aiden McGuire. So Breon Clemens, our player of the game here from the pit this evening, and that is brought to you by Garber's Menswear. From weddings to prom and everything in between, when you are ready to step up your style, you can go to the experts, Garber's Menswear. Find them in the Town Plaza in Cape or online at garbersmenswear.com. So 62-24, your final this evening, and the Jackson Indians will add one more win to the total. 59-54 would be now. The Tigers do still have the overall wins more than the Indians do, but I guess that margin is getting a little tighter each and every year as this makes 10 straight for the Jackson Indians.
So now the Tigers are 59-54-6 against the Indians all time. So,
and 6, can't forget about those 6 ties.
Don't forget about the 6 ties, which I'm thinking that's from a long time ago, because I don't think we have ties in high school anymore unless there's some kind of, obviously it's tied, and then maybe some storm comes through or lightning, and it keeps going, and it's not going to stop. And I think they just eventually, I think at some point they just say, forget it. We can't make it up. We can't find a day. I think that's the only time you're going to tie nowadays anymore. Or maybe there is a limit to the overtime. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. I haven't actually ever thought of it that way, because usually most of the time it never gets to that point.
No.
I think out of all the years that I've done this, I feel like we may have gone to overtime maybe once. And I don't even know if I'm recalling that for football or not. I feel like it was just once. Possibly, I think just once. And that may not even be true. I may be just thinking incorrectly, and it could have been a play at the end of the game that ended it. Don't ask me the team either, because I don't remember who it was against. I'll have to look it up and see who we actually did have an overtime game somewhere along the line, but I don't remember. Clearly.
You just remember one.
I feel like I only remember one, yeah. That's how rare I think an overtime game is in high school. So, anyway. So the Tigers fall here, 62-24. Next week, the Tigers will be back at home against the Farmington Knights, and that will be I don't know how to put it. That'll be the second appearance of, oh crap, lost his name. He was the coach here at Jackson before Nesbitt.
Oh, Eckley.
Eckley, yes, that's it. I had it and then I lost it. Yeah, Coach Eckley, he'll be back in Tiger Stadium as he is the coach for Farmington now. He took over this year for Farmington.
We talked about that one of the first weeks, I remember.
The Indians, they'll be at home next week against Sykeston, so I'm sure Joe Bob is looking forward to that one. Joe Bob calls the games for Sykeston, as next week Sykeston comes to town, and it's the Farmington Knights coming to Cape Central. They are 4-1. I do not have an update for their game tonight. They are same record as not anymore, as the Tigers are now 4-2, but they were the same record before tonight, as Farmington played Union tonight at home, so I'll have to try to find the score for that one somewhere. But it'll be pink out for the home game next week as the Tigers take on Farmington. So come out in your pink shirts, shoes, shorts, hats, whatever.
Heck yeah.
Make sure you wear pink out. We come out to support the number one, the Tigers, but also the breast cancer awareness with the pink out on next Friday night.
So once again, we do want to tell you, in case you missed it, Brayon Clemens. He is our Garber's Menswear Best Dressed Player of the Game. This evening, we want to highlight his one play in particular where he came up with fumble recovery. And then also one of the big touchdowns here that we saw from this offense this evening. A little more points on the board for the Tigers in this year's matchup against the Indians compared to what we saw last year. So Brayon Clemens, he is our Tigers player of the game. From weddings to prom, anything in between, make sure you check out Garber's Menswear. You can find them in the Town Plaza in Cape. Also, their website, garbersmenswear.com.
So that'll do it for us here tonight. Then for Anthony back at the station, for Chandler to my right, I'm Ryan Winkler. We'll see you next week as the Tigers take on the Farmington Knights. Pink out at home at Tiger Stadium. We'll see you next week.
You've been listening to Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Blue 42 said hot.
This presentation of Cape Central Tigers football has been brought to you by MRV Banks, Cape Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau Honda, Garber's Menswear, Stone Mountain Flooring, Banterra Bank, St. Francis Healthcare System, and DollarSavingDeals.com. Join us next time for more Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.